All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Thursday, May 15th, set by my nemesis Paul. So strap in, this could be a long one. But first, let's have our cryptic clue of the day. One enigma variation is fancy. 7 letters, one enigma variation is fancy. All right, let's see what Paul has for us. Burst from trumpeter. One can't go as high as Armstrong did. Well, of course, trumpet implying Louis Armstrong. But I'm wondering if we have to then switch to Neil Armstrong. And so it's going to be something to do with space or the moon. And then with Paul, a trumpeter may not be somebody playing the trumpet. Yeah, I don't see that. Regular servings of bug food for a drone, probably. Ooh, 3 letters. Could it be a B? Now, regular servings suggests we take regular letters from bug food. It's not a B. Starting with the U, we have UFO. And so, yeah, a lot of UFO sightings turn out just to be drones. Black colored stocking is lost. Oh, that's a funny clue. Oh, I'm wondering if stocking is a word placement indicator. And so maybe the definition is black. And then a word for colored is stocking. Our surrounding is lost. Oh, or I was going to say it could be an anagram, but I don't think so. Teensy bit squiffy. All right, I think a double definition for a small amount, but can also mean a little drug. I'm thinking a tiddly. You might be a little tiddly. All right, let's continue on with the downs. House of Dance. Again, oh, I was going to say, is it a double definition? But house can be H-O, and then the word of. And I think if you hoof, I think that's slang, maybe American slang for dancing. Okay, shame about leader in fanzine, penned by hack say, filthy language. I presume filthy language is the definition. Leader in fanzine is going to be the F, and that's going to be penned by hack say. But then the shame, is that part of the wordplay? A word for shame goes around all of that? Tricky one. All right, one more down. Enlightenment in rebranding of Labour Party post David Miliband. That reads very naturally. But yeah, I don't see how to read that one at all. All right, back to the acrosses. This one we have to look at 21. Bouncer with velocity punching customer. Oh, it could be a bouncer as in some animal like a kangaroo that bounces around. Oh, or a space hopper. Yes. I was just thinking of space hoppers the other day. How many of you had them when you were kids? We didn't have one, but my friends had one, and we always loved playing with theirs. So a customer is a shopper, and that is punched by pace, which can mean velocity. All right, that gives us some nice starters for our downs. I'm sorry, need to go back here. Vessel for wine in tiny mouth. Yeah, I presume it's going to be a vessel for mouth and then for a vessel for wine and a charade of tiny mouth. No. Tennis player for whom COVID jabs originally okay. That's unlikely. Oh, well, there is a tennis player who is famous for his anti-vaccine, or maybe more vaccine suspicion. Djokovic. Now, can I spell his name? So maybe I can get it from the wordplay. Yeah, I think it's going to be COVID plus J plus OK, and that's going to be anagrammed. I think unlikely is doing double duty, maybe as telling you it's an unlikely version of those letters, and also on the surface, it's unlikely he would be okay with them. So I think it must be Djokovic. We will find out. That's the Enlightenment. No, I don't see it. Mouthpiece, glues stuck around one. No. Prestidigitation, smoke and mirrors initially, given reflection. Smoke and mirrors initially, SM or SAM, and given reflection. Is this going to be a palindrome, maybe? And it's going to mean prestidigitation. I mean, magic comes to mind, but oh, but yeah, maybe we reverse the whole thing. Let me put in magic. Yeah, I think the smoke is a cigarette, a cig, and mirrors, the initial letters of both of those are AM, and then you reflect all of that to get the magic. All right, here's our shame, our filthy language. I should think of a word for filthy language, but oh, well, profanity. Oh, yeah, there we go. It must be Djokovic. Oh, yeah, I should have realized we had two O's to deal with and only one A. All right, so how is our profanity going to work? Leader in fanzine penned by Hack Say. What's the shame? Oh, pity. Oh, a hack is an example, I think, of a horse, and I think maybe a roan, Roan, is also a horse. Is that right? Anyway, we will check that at 15 squared. All right. Anything but a real swine, cradling head of lovebird. I think either it's going to mean anything but, or it's going to be a type of bird. I like it being a type of bird. So something short for anything but. A real swine could be a pig. Cradling head of love, I think it would just be the L. Yeah, I don't see it. Okay, sovereign, a nation recalled. Oh, yeah, so I'm thinking it might be a word for sovereign, and it's going to be a followed by the name of a country reversed. And I thought of Regina, Latin for queen, and the nation is Niger. All right. Parting shot from spinning of S. Warne. Okay, that's Shane Warne, right? The cricketer. Parting shot. So I think we're going to just anagram S. Warne to get a parting shot. Is that like a quip somebody might make as they're leaving, a parting shot? I'm not seeing a good anagram there. Old documents, reviewing pay in middle of April. Oh, I think we may have to anagram pay. Oh, yeah. And put it in the middle of April would be the PRI. I was thinking that's very unlikely, but papyri, the plural of papyrus, I suppose, would be old documents. Surely I can get my Enlightenment rebranding of Labour Party. I don't know how much of the actual Labour Party history we're supposed to know. Oh, but I think I just got, I thought the one thing I do know is that David Miliband has a brother Ed. And so I suppose after David, there was edification of the Labour Party, which would be enlightenment. All right. Syrian mother has a tantrum. Yeah, I don't get that at all. Hard bread out at sea. Oh, I'm thinking at sea might be an anagram indicator because bread out has 8 letters and might mean hard. Hard as in difficult or as in firm? No, I don't get that. Gymnast, be lissom in twists. Okay. Yeah, so twists might be an anagram indicator. Yeah, be lissom in is 11 letters. I think it might be the name of a gymnast, but I stopped paying attention after Olga Korbut. But Simone Biles. So I tell a lie. I have heard of other gymnasts. Of course, everyone knows Simone Biles. There we go. That's a clever anagram. Franco's money put into plant. I think it's the peseta. And I think put is set, and that goes inside a P, which could be a plant. All right, fuel, like crude oil, in engine, not half backfiring. He's proud of that one with the exclamation mark, but I don't see it. All right, let's go back to the downs. Composed, as are rigid wings. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be wordplay as such. Maybe a sort of double definition where the rigid wings part is a pun. No, I don't see it. Skeletal structure in Facebook address of Paul. I presume it is going to be a skeletal structure. Oh, is there a name for a building when it's just like the skeleton of the building is in place? What would Facebook address of Paul be? I wonder if it's going to be me something. Yeah, I don't see it. A sinking ship proceeds to capsize with rat running around. That's a nice one. But I don't know where the definition is. Sinking ship, running around. I think with the capsizing, particularly for a down clue, we're going to have some kind of reversal going on. Something crate, maybe? Just with the rat. No. Black sheep spoiled food on farm. No. African carrier, first of containers A, B, or C. Wow. Could it be an African airline, African carrier? Let me pause and see if I can go through my memory of working in the airline business and see if I can think of any African carrier. Nothing is coming to me other than thinking, well, the first of containers A, B, or C would be A. So I think it might be some four-letter word for a container. I can only think of tomb and tomba, but some other type of container. And then we'll get something a fine wine. Oh, that's a lovely clue. I don't know what it is though, but double definition in some way. Celibate with some frustration, understandably. All right, we have a nice hidden clue to finish with, and hidden in there is none. Very clever. All right, we do. Oh, the A I'm just guessing at, but fuel like crude oil in engine. Not half backfiring. Maybe it means backfiring, but I don't see it. All right, I should be able to get my burst from trumpeter. One can't go as high as Armstrong did. There was a British jazzman, Tubby Hayes, so I wanted to be Tubby something, but one can't go as high. Maybe it's Lance Armstrong. Oh, a jumbo jet. Yes, I think a trumpeter. Maybe this is generally accepted crosswordese. I'm not sure I've seen it before, but I can imagine it's a cryptic way of defining an elephant. And a burst, I suppose, a jet of water. And then one can't go as high as. That's a very loose definition. I think just playing on the trumpeter and Louis Armstrong, but yeah, just saying they don't go as high as the moon. Well, there's a lot of things that don't go as high as the moon. Anyway. Oh, black with a J, I'm immediately thinking of jet. And I'm thinking something that's lost might be jettisoned, but I don't think that's long enough. Stalking. Oh, the only thing I'm thinking, oh, maybe it is because, oh, it is long enough. There we go. Colored is toned, and that is indeed stalking. The word is, and then that all gives us jettisoned for lost. All right, here's our vessel for wine in tiny mouth. Oh, mouth is gob, so perhaps you might call a small mouth a goblet, hence the question mark. I think that's good. Here's our mouthpiece. Glues stuck around one. I think that eye might be the one, and we have to put something like gum shield. I can see where glue might be gum. I suddenly have a great sense memory of those little plastic jars of that orange gum Arabic, is that what they used to call it? And I just suddenly the smell came back to me. All right, not that I sniffed it, but just using it. And just the applicator too, I remember. Little rubber thing at the top with a slit in it. Ah, those were the days. Yes, I never thought about glues stuck around one. Ah, the gum is held. Yes, around one. Okay. Composed. Oh, maybe it's an on something word. Don't see it. How about anything but a real swine? Cradling head of love. Now, love is usually an O, but here I think it's head of love is going to be an L. Can I think of a bird? And then what's anything but? No. All right, let's try the anagram helper for S, worn. A parting shot. Oh, an answer, I suppose. Not exactly sure why it's a parting shot, but we'll check at 15 squared, assuming it's right. All right, my sinking ship now. Ship is often SS. Proceeds to capsize with rat running around. A something shoot. No. And I have an A, not very helpful for my composed. As are rigid. Oh, unflappable. Ah, yeah, there we go. I like that. I was thinking composed as in composed music, but no, the other kind. All right. How about a falcon? It is a bird. Anything but a real swine. Oh, I'm thinking bacon. Maybe there's something. Is there like a fake bacon, a bacon substitute for health reasons called Fakin? I don't know. Is that a brand name or just a popular coinage people use? But I can imagine that is a word people say, Fakin, and goes around the L to give us the falcon. Oh, a sinking ship, I think, might be a lost cause, metaphorically. Proceeds to capsize with rat running around. No, that is not what I was expecting the wordplay to be, so I'm not very confident in that one. But let's see if it does anything for our. Uh, oh yeah, bread. Sorry, I thought for a moment I had to anagram hard. No, bread out. All right, back to the anagram helper. And it should be hard. Must, yes, obdurate. That's a great word. I thought it meant more stubborn, like obstinate, but it does have dur, D-U-R, which would come, I suppose, from Latin for hard. All right, how is my fine wine? There is one that comes up quite often, cava, but I don't know how that would be fine. I'm also wondering about VAT as a tax could be a fine. The old joke about the telephone number at of the Pope is VAT 69. I'm gonna leave cava in there, and we'll wait until the check all to see if that is right or not. I'll just make a note in case it does stay in there. All right, that was our skeletal structure in Facebook. And of course, we can't always read things at face value, so Facebook address almost sounds plausible, but maybe we have to break it up. Face, and then book, B, address. Address of Paul could be like my house. Yeah, I think it is probably going to be a scientific word for the skeletal structure of an animal. Is it going to be a word I know? Time will tell. All right, well, this is going a little better than I thought it would be at the beginning, but still a few tricky ones to finish. Um, I think I'm going to go and look at Wikipedia for African Airlines, maybe sorted by size, and see how I get on there. Yeah, not finding any good airlines. Then I was thinking it might be simply African. It's a nationality or a people of Africa. I did go to Wordplays. I saw there was a Bemba people. Carrier might be BA. So maybe BA. Then first of containers, A, B, or C. Yeah, and I don't know about that. A there. No, that's disappointing. All right, I think I may have to go to wordplays to try and find a skeletal structure. But what would Facebook address be? No, and there's my black sheep. Ooh, something you. Spoiled food on farm. Yeah, just wondering if black could be bee and then sheep spoiled is an anagram of sheep. And then it's going to be food on farm. That doesn't seem very likely. Yeah, not seeing it. And then our fuel, like crude oil. Well, crude oil could be an anagram of oil. Um, in engine without half. Yeah, backfiring sounds like a reversal. No, very, very tricky. All right, I think I'm going to have to go to word plays for my skeletal structure. Ah, yeah, I'm glad I went to word plays for this one. Maybe I should have got the prefix meta, the parent owner of Facebook. And then the skeletal structure, it's the metatarsus. That's the bones in the foot, right? And I think that's because Paul in the Bible was from or lived in Tarsus. Very, very tricky. Now, do those letters, the S should help with my fuel. Either it means fuel or it means backfiring. Not sure about either one. And then my Syrian, yeah, I never really gave much thought to this. Mother has, yeah, can't be an anagram of mother has. There's no N. But maybe we put inside a word for mother, a word for tantrum, and that's going to mean a Syrian, maybe an old Syrian people. Now, let me look up Syria on Wikipedia and see if any old names pop up that might fit. Well, the first thing I see is that the capital is Damascus, and I immediately thought of the inhabitant, I think, would be a Damascene. And so I think the tantrum is a scene. Oh, yeah, I was thinking mother was ma, but no, a dam. I think in agricultural terms, like horses can be the mother, the dam. All right. Phew. Tricky one. All right. Oh, the black sheep. Yeah, I did think of this earlier, but I didn't put two and two together. A bad egg would be the black sheep of the family, and maybe spoiled food on a farm might be literally a bad egg. Ooh, could this simply be gasoline? Fuel. Ah, crude oil, I think, is an in anagram of oil in engine, not half. Oh, like is as, I think. Ah, yeah, and eng is reversed, and that contains the as. My goodness. Oh, the African carrier. Now I can see it. Camel. How is that first of containers ABC, ABRC? I don't get that. Um, no. I have no idea how you get camel from that. All right, with some trepidation, I'm going to click check all. I expect something to drop out. No, looks like everything is still there. Oh, we had a J. Actually, we had three J's at least, and a V. W. I don't think we had Z or X. And I don't think there was a theme there, but maybe there was. Anyway, let's head over to 15 squared. All right, the blog today is by Andrew, still in the Highlands, enjoying his hill walking holiday. Oh, he found this quite a struggle, whereas I found it quite easy for a Paul. He did note a few sporting references. All right, the ones I didn't fully get. Oh, good. He can't explain Falcon either. But I think it's the Faken. So maybe Andrew hasn't heard of that either. Um, why did I write down answer? I don't know why I wrote 18 down because, oh, I suppose why is it a parting shot? Yeah, I think that's the part I don't get. And then on the downs, yeah, roan is a horse. Okay. David Miliband was beaten to the Labour Party leadership by his brother Ed. There we go. Containers, first of containers, A. Oh my goodness, that is very clever. You have to just read A as literally A, but then BRC could be Mel. That's very clever. And fine is from the French ça va, of course. Oh, so someone saw FA, sweet FA. No, but I think this is it. Faken is sometimes used as a term for bacon substitute, anything but a real swine. Yes. Some things, alas, cross our threshold. Dodgy word order. How does he get away with it? All right, well, I'm not going to spend too long looking at this. I'm just very relieved after terrible Monday and Tuesday outings that yesterday was very straightforward, and today I think it was on the easy side for Paul, but let me know what you think. Thanks as always for watching and have a great day.